Last episode on the Papa and Boy Show.
Breakaway group boy cult, an idyllic boytopia founded on the principles of universal basic recess and no bedtimes, has curdled into war crimes, taking over Papa villages, tracking mud on the carpets, capturing Papas as slaves. What do you have to say for yourself?
I don't really have a problem with it. Papas force us to do chores all the time.
All right, arrest him!
Look, the civil liberties camps needed to be established. The boys were disobedient. We had to do something.
I'm not saying that we didn't need civil liberties camps. I'm just saying the stability of the father system relies on winning the hearts and minds of boys with gifts of trinkets and toys. Stepfather dearest, I know that you ordered Papa Fatherson assassinated, but somehow Papa Fatherson returned. He's taking back control.
What? This is unacceptable. And now, on with the show.
Papa and Boy
Adventures.
Knock knock, sweetie pie boy. Do you mind if I come in?
No, sweetie pie papa, come on in. I was just studying the science of the Fatherson system and preparing for my compliance exams with state ideology this week.
Oh, that's great. I just wanted to tell you something, boy.
Oh, sure, you can tell me anything.
I was just looking at little pictures of you as you grew up today and crying because how much you've grown, and I'm so proud of you and just seeing all those memories. And I know there's a lot going on in the world. I just wanted to, tell you that I'll always try to protect you from that and help you grow and become who you want to be. And you're safe with me. You know, you can tell me anything. You're never going to be alone because I'll always have your back. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of who you are. And everyone in this world deserves respect, including and especially you. No matter who you are or who you want to be, I will always love you, son. I will always support you. And your life belongs to you, you know? It doesn't belong to me. It belongs to you. And I guess I just wanted to tell you that.
Get down on the
ground, hands in the air!
Down. You are under arrest for saying that boys' lives belong to them.
Hands up, kid, no slingshots.
Remember, kid, we got you chipped. Don't try any funny stuff.
Ruffle through the drawers, guys. Check behind the floorboards. The boy cult is hiding here. I can smell it.
What's this? Hiding extra tasty treats, toys, and trinkets for the boy? You are going down. Welcome back to the Papa Sports News Network, where even during these horrifying, confusing times, we can rely on Papaball to bring us all together.
Now this is world-class Papaball, folks. The Fatherson Cup, the last match of the season. 4 seconds left on the clock. Stadium is packed, people screaming. Spoken to the hot dog vendors, they said they've never sold so many hot dogs.
Looking out there at the hopeful, smiling faces on the Papas and boys, it's too rare nowadays.
Each team huddling, Fathersville fishing boats, Dad City handymen. This next play could make it or break it for the handymen.
I know the handymen are down, but, I just know deep in my gut that Pop's ball toss is going to pull this one off. People are going to come together. Wounds are going to be healed.
Well, that's what people are asking. Pop's ball toss, a lot of people have been pushing him to retirement. He's the oldest player in the league.
Poppycock. He's still got it, I say.
Obviously, he does have his bad back and shoulder that's been pulling him on and off the field all season. But that's something I can relate to. It's an underdog story. It's an incredible thing.
Oh, look, it's Papa Fatherson himself on the Popatron. He's waving to the audience.
Oh, that is nice to see. Last time we invited him, he unfortunately had a backache. And then the second time we invited him, he'd accidentally double booked. So here on the 5th time, it is great to see him here.
He couldn't miss the Fatherson Cup.
That is a serene little smile and wave he is giving. I mean, that is a rightful ruler if you've ever seen one.
Looks like we are setting up now for the final play. Remember, folks, just 4 seconds.
Well, you could hear a pin drop. Here we go.
Now, it looks like they're going for the outside hook. Pop's ball toss has it.
They got it. They got it. Pop's ball toss. The Dad City Handymen have won the Fatherson Cup. Yes.
It's so beautiful. It's just what we needed. A little good news for once.
Oh, the fishing boats, they are upset. They knew it was going to him. They still could not block him. I mean, well, that is the extra years of experience right there.
That
I
is
mean,
Pop's ball toss for you. True mastery that only comes with old age.
the fishing boat mascot and the handyman mascot are shaking hands, which means that both teams have accepted the result.
Yeah, call me sentimental, but I just can't help but think that this is a beacon of better times ahead.
Now it looks like they're bringing Pop's ball toss up to the stage. I mean, this has got to be the Golden Mustache Award.
Of course, yeah, the MVP. Who else would it go to?
With an unprecedented performance like that, it's no wonder the judges came to a quick decision. Let's see. Pats on the back, handshakes, a respectful salute. Let's hear what he has to say.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for this Golden Mustache Award. It shows you're never too old to win big. Now, there's one thing I gotta say, which is that my heart goes out to all the boys and all the papas who've lost their lives in this senseless war. It's horrible to see children dying. Boy Cult has to release the hostages, but my heart goes out to everyone on both sides,
Pops, stick to throwing the ball.
Please, so divisive. I get it, but so divisive.
There's a lot of unease and unrest in the stands.
That is
it's a
not
deafening
good.
boo.
Oh no.
They broke through the barricade. Looks like they are tipping over some bleachers, and that is some property damage.
Oh my god. This is turning into a full-on riot.
Yeah, it's a sports riot. Father on father.
Father-on-father violence. Where is Papa Fatherson? He should be giving a statement.
They're smashing billboards. The hot dog cart is flipped.
Oh my god, it's Papa Cult. Look, they have weapons.
Now, Papa Cult's a paramilitary group heavily affiliated with the Fatherson Protectorate's military, but independent and prone to outbursts of street violence, and it looks like they are taking control of the situation here.
Pop's ball toss, run! Yeah, god, I hope he gets away.
Hopefully Pop's ball toss
They
gets
won't
to
show him any
safety.
mercy.
He is one of the greatest of all time, no matter his... I would hope that Papa Cult does recognize that when they capture him, and this is getting chaotic, this is getting dangerous. We're going to have to cut the feed here. It is a Papaball riot. Cut the feed. Chaos today in Dad City. Riots erupted following disgraced retiree Pop's ball toss's divisive and pro-terroristic statements, which led to an outburst of hate violence against fathers. The biggest mass casualty event since the deck collapsed out back at the wharf at the Pipe Mustacheson Memorial Park. Only the good-hearted volunteering of the Father Cult Citizen Support Coalition restored order after a brief period of chaos. I have here in the studio a former head general, profound expert in the psychology of boys and boy kind, a legal expert who helped write the current protectorate military constitution. Where did Pop's ball toss mess up here?
Well, I'd say the first place was supporting terrorists.
It was divisive.
And in these times, divisive is the last thing we need. What this event has truly shown is that Father Cult's random acts of vigilante violence are an absolute necessity, and any factions within Fatherson International or the Fatherson International who aren't on board, those so-called papas, need to be arrested as boy sympathizers and treated the same as any other boy.
That really brings me to the next thing. There's been a rash of high-level fathers arrested and tried for sympathy for Boy Cult over the last 6 months. Some have privately said they feel that it's a witch hunt or that they could be next, even though they're innocent, and that there's political machinations at play that aren't about protecting fathers from the threat of boys. So that doesn't sound right. Why would they say that?
I understand the fear of being canceled for saying one little thing. That's not what this is about. So, all these people saying, oh, he didn't specifically support terrorism in the letters of what he said, aren't looking into the implications. And we have very direct mathematical ways of determining these implications. It's not some process where we're just picking the people we don't like. It's very precise and algorithmic.
Some are saying that following the Fatherson system's total domination and control of boys, that they've now turned the weapons of the state on actually the fathers, having conquered the enemy, having no one left to conquer, the system starts to cannibalize itself, attacking the boy side of the father spectrum. Is that right? It's sort of a boomerang that comes back in a way?
Yes, that's right. We are repressing the boys within ourselves and the papas among us who have made themselves into boys through their actions. Papa Fatherson has said himself, in a just society where boys are rightfully repressed, Many papas will take on the behaviors of boys and act sneakily and lie about what they truly believe. So many papas don't even know that they're harboring this systemic, internalized boyishness, this boy inside them that they're letting boss them around. Their internal boy. Can you imagine it?
I mean, yeah, these are some of our most dedicated and fatherly papas, overwhelmed with these boyish urges that came from unchecked boy ideology through our media, through our education system.
And I just want to be clear, what's boyish about this riot isn't that there was mass violence. It's that the mass violence was chaotic and uncontrolled. It wasn't regimented.
And for goodness sake, protect the property.
Thank you.
Someone's got to own that at the end of this. Well, incredible interview. And can I just compliment your silent son next to you for not speaking up, knowing his place, not looking at me directly?
Yes, he is, well, I wouldn't say a good boy because I believe there is no such thing as a good boy, but he's adequate currently.
That's amazing. Yeah, my son is in a detention camp. After the break, our panelists will be discussing the chaos at the Fatherson Cup riots and what it means for the future of father-father, father-boy, boy-boy, and boy-father relations. Stay with us. Welcome back to Talking Down, the Fathers Only panel show, where we break down events through a father's lens. As always, our incredible celebrity panel, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
Thank you.
Look, can I just start this off by saying I was wrong? You know, I've been the biggest Pops ball toss supporter out of any of us. Egg on my face. It would be just if I was arrested, and I'm just glad that I know the right people, and I fully renounce Pop's ball toss.
Yeah, stick to throwing the ball,
Yes,
number one.
thank you. Somebody said it, finally.
No, yeah, myself, I made comments in favor of Pop's ball toss that, were it not for my connections, may have resulted in at least questioning, because, I mean, he was one of the greatest sports stars of all time. He's now disgraced, retiring, from my understanding, badly injured.
Send him to the shrimp mines. If he loves boy cult so much, let him see how papas are treated over there if that's the system he wants.
Yeah, and get killed by this gaggle of scamps and villains? Yeah, be my guest.
Yeah.
Great idea.
I would love to see that.
I'm glad the riot happened. I'm glad the crackdown's happening. You have a responsibility to protect the system and your place in it as a public figure like that. And I mean, we have the issue of boy sympathy in these traitors.
I have been shocked and appalled at the things that I've heard people whispering. Oh, maybe we should be listening to the boys more. Arrested. Maybe there's wisdom in the boy. Arrested. And it's like, sure, that's an exact quote from the Fatherson texts, but in this political context right now where boy cult's out of control,
It's a terroristic
where
threat.
boy sympathizers are known to use those phrases.
I mean, I've called them in myself. Some of my closest friends, after some of the things they said to me in private, and I looked myself in the mirror and I said, what does the system want? What's important in this world? And yeah, these boy cult code phrases, taking the word of Papa Fatherson and twisting it towards their own sick ends to make his words mean something they never did and never will.
These papas for boys, it's like cows for steak restaurants.
Bullseye. These hypocritical, boyish cowards can't even tackle, subdue, and detain the boy inside. And the boy scampers up the nervous system into the brain. It sits at the control panel, types secret boy cult codes. It unlocks part of you that you don't even know.
Exactly.
Where you have to be arrested.
You've been reading Stepfather Dearest's manifesto on taming the boy inside, internal martial arts. I just started reading it. It's so good. I'm
blown away.
blown away. Thank you. I was lost for words, but you said it perfectly. Blown away.
I've been reading fragments of it to my boy over the expensive and low quality phone system into the boy detention civil liberties camps to try to get him back on the right course. And he's been totally resisting it.
Don't worry, he'll break. We'll break him.
Oh, thank you. I'm just waiting and praying for the day he's brought to heel and he can come home and he can start his cleaning and he can start doing the math problems.
My boy, since he's been back, he's been pouting a lot. As long as he doesn't complain about the chip itching, it's been itching him under the skin.
Oh, I don't care.
Thank you. That's what I said. but he might go back for another stay, and I'd be okay with that.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. From your perspective, obviously, from his perspective, there is something wrong with that. Stepfather Dearest teaches that in the double helix, the failure is always rooted in the boy. What was misidentified as user error is now being more accurately recognized as an inherent error in the soul of the child.
It is such an exciting time on the leading edge of Fatherson thought. It's just revelation after philosophical revelation. I can't wait to see what we discover next about the nature of reality.
It's the best parenting and fatherhood book that I've ever read. We should actually send it to Pop's Ball Toss in prison where he's rotting.
Yeah, maybe he'll learn a thing or two.
And he can keep his wicked little mouth shut about how he feels about what's happening in boy cult territory.
Yeah, and who knows? He has several life sentences, but if he impresses some of the right people, makes some of the right friends...
Yeah, he's well connected.
He could find a way to make those life sentences go away.
And I hope he does. I want to one day say I always secretly liked him, even when everyone turned on him.
Yeah, nothing would make me happier, but for now it looks like we're sticking with, I've always known deep down inside he was too boyish.
We interrupt this program for some breaking news.
Papa Fatherson has been killed in boy cult territory. Apparently, he's been on a deep undercover mission for months.
Reading here from the press release, Papa Fatherson put his whole life into protecting fathers from their sons and ensuring a double helix that moves forever through history towards betterment of papas over boys. His death at the sinister hands of villainous boy cult is proof that all of the military and political repression is perhaps too weak. Our heart goes out to his family.
I can't help but agree with the press release. For all of our strength, we couldn't even keep Papa Fatherson safe. What answer is there to that other than more strength, more repression?
Totally agree. And I'm just imagining, and I'm sure we'll get more details later, but when I imagine a one-man mission deep into boy cult territory,
right.
I imagine untamed, feral boys overwhelmed with their hatred for fathers in a way that even just seeing any father of any kind sends them into this violent, terroristic spiral, issuing threats, using improvised weapons. I would imagine also that Papa Fatherson would successfully have killed many thousands of boys, wave after wave of boy assassins being dispatched effortlessly by our fearless leaders, sort of what I imagine, just a great mass casualty event in an organized and structured way towards the betterment of fatherkind, ending in a triumphant and tragic climax where the great hero sacrifices himself for the betterment of the system. And so that just makes me weep and cry, but I'm repressing it right now as well.
That makes perfect sense.
Press release says here they're changing his name from Stepfather Dearest to Father Dearest, and he's also indicated that Father Dearest has already assembled 700,000 loyal sons.
Oh, where did he get them from?
It says here, boys who had fathers killed or detained in the war, and fathers who had boys killed or detained in the war are both being categorized as a type of son underneath Father Dearest, and they're now a type of brother.
Well, I think that's great. I think Father Dearest could be father to 7 million sons, if that's where he chose to put his energies.
Yeah, and if that's okay with him for us to say.
Yeah, I think more details on what it is and isn't okay for us to say will be coming down the pike soon.
And will be appreciated, and we look forward to it.
I, for one, cannot be happier that Father Dearest is going to be centralizing power. There was a period of time where we thought he was going to, and then...
Yeah, sort of period of disputed leadership, a constitutional crisis emerging.
And then Papa Fatherson came back, which actually doesn't make sense with him being in boy called territory for months, but I'm sure the truth will...
Maybe went back and forth or something.
Right, he was in and out.
Oh, and we've just gotten another press release. We are going to be entering a period of mourning, which will mean a patriotic submission of the fathers to the chipping centers. Boys have to take off their spinny hats. They're not allowed to wear them until further notice. Other symbols of boyhood are under review. It's potentially terror inciting. So all good news there. Oh, Father Dearest is doing a press conference. Let's patch over to the feed here.
Silence. Show some respect. Papa Fatherson was a great man. Now, he was a troubled man at the end. After Boy Fatherson's televised assassination, he became obsessed with finding and killing the wicked boys who had taken Boy Fatherson, the innocent, the boy who'd never strayed, from him at such a young age. Now, over the past months, there's been a lot of horror and confusion, but I want to assure everybody that you need not worry anymore. We will be entering a period of mourning for Papa Fatherson, honoring his life and his legacy,
But what's more than that, we will be entering a period of revenge. Now, of course, I've already brought Father Cult under the umbrella of Fatherson International. They are conducting purges of all the boyish Papa leaders who've been allowed to run rampant. And after all the purges are complete, and we're just left with the Papas who've defeated and caged their inner boys, then we will have purified the Papa ranks of all boyishness, and we will finally have the strength, the power, and the authority to bring boy cult to heel once and for all.
All Papas, please report home for mandatory curfew until the boy within can be excised. All Papas have a mandatory bedtime of 9:30 p.m. All Papas are encouraged to
Fatherson
return to their
Protectorate
homes.
Security Services, can you provide your papers, sir?
9:30.
Chips aren't up to date.
Chips are now required for both you and your boy.
What business do you have going to the grocery store,
You're
sir?
not getting any treats and toys for that little boy, are you?
Are you aiding boy cult?
Hey, he's trying to get away. Get him.
This has been such a great Papa's Only cookout, flipping burgers with all my... Hey, what are they doing? They're dragging... Hey, they're dragging our friend out of here.
I'm not a boy. I'm innocent.
Screaming that he's innocent. Wow.
The boy inside is caged.
Oh, God. I mean, it's never who you'd think. It's never who you'd think who has an uncaged boy.
Are you now, or have you ever been, a boy cult sympathizer? It says here that when you were a boy, you said Papas are the worst. Do you still believe that today? Throw me in here. I'm innocent.
I'm innocent in here. I'm innocent.
Tell it to the judge, scumbag.
Hey, sugar, good to see ya. Your regular coffee and eggs and extra bacon.
Just the coffee from me today. You know, I am here meeting a source.
So you're probably looking for those nervous-looking men holding a big manila envelope. I sent them to the discreet corner booth.
Thanks. Tell the paws in the kitchen, 2 sugars in that coffee.
By the way, great reporting on the boy called shrimp scandal. If awards for journalism were still legal, you'd be getting them all.
You're the whistleblowers?
Yeah. Really good to meet you. You weren't followed,
You,
right?
you know how to check for tails?
It's just that we have this like really big explosive story.
This is big. We need to know that we can trust you.
I mean, you got a good reputation, but I mean,
Yes, the Fatherson Bugle always protects their sources. Now, you said something about having information on why the Fatherson Protectorate has been sending out some contradictory press releases.
we saw you mentioned that in your column. It's amazing that you get
Yeah,
away with publishing that kind of
It's
stuff.
just the
but
tip of the iceberg.
just to give a little bit of context, we work in the Fatherson International IT department. They have email trouble like almost every day. Like literally our day is full.
And actually, the IT department gets pinged from both Fatherson International and the Fatherson International. I don't think either side knows that it's the same department, but it is. And so we can't help but notice things. Pieces of puzzles start popping into place, and the first thing is that Papa Fatherson never returned home from the battle at Father's Pass. All those excuses, they were saying, oh, he's out today, or it's just another thing. It was all lies.
It was later determined that he was captured by boy cult.
As soon as Papa Fatherson doesn't return, Father Dearest,
Stepfather Dearest at the time.
Stepfather Dearest, yeah, and the board at Fatherson International is trying to consolidate power.
The decision was made to send a trained team of Papa assassins to Papa Fatherson to take him out to ensure stability of the system and avoid the humiliation of knowing that their hero was captured.
But there were people within the Fatherson International and the Council of Papas, some of their leadership, especially Papa Parentwell, didn't want Stepfather Dearest to take over.
Yeah, so they got word that he'd been killed in boy cult territory, but they didn't know that it was from Fatherson International. But they decided, oh, we're going to hire an actor to take his place. So they took Papa Parent Dad, the actor that was Boy Annihilator. He was Dad on the Father Knows Best show for 20 years. They gave him facial reconstructive surgery. He nailed it. It was such a
Yeah.
perfect performance.
He became the new Papa Fatherson, and so from Stepfather Dearest's perspective at that time, they ordered Papa Fatherson to be assassinated. They heard from their assassins that he was. He's getting ready to take control and implement his plan, and then all of a sudden Papa Fatherson shows up again. This perfect performance, it's so convincing. So spot on.
They arrest all of their assassins as liars.
Yeah, they say,
send them
our
to jail.
assassins lied to us.
They hire a new team of assassins and get them to target who they think is the living, real Papa Fatherson. But we in the IT department can just clearly see that.
Yeah, the Council of Papas at the Fatherson International hired this actor, but the executive board at Fatherson International, they're not talking to them.
So at the riot, he's actually killed and strangled out in the VIP booth that night.
Not a lot of people know this, but the Papaball riots were actually a false flag by Stepfather Dearest and Father Cult in order to take out Papa Fatherson, who they thought was real and who they knew would be attending, and to trick Pop's Ball Toss into making a pretty mild statement that they could spin as insurrection worthy because it caused this riot that they incited.
Yeah, and we saw emails, they convinced Pop's Ball Toss to say this, saying it was going to unite the nation.
Pop's Ball Toss was very reluctant. He was constantly watering the statement down from what they suggested.
He hates boys more than anyone.
Frankly, some of the things he said about boys, torture, punishments as he called them, were disturbing even to me, and I'm the most anti-boy Papa there is.
Yeah, it's not fit for print.
They were going to use the crisis that they created to bring Stepfather Dearest to power, which is what happened. Papa Parentwell arrested in the raids after they announced the death of Papa Fatherson.
Yeah, a lot of these high-level inner boy accusations over the last couple months have been related to the fallout of this cascade of events and where do they fit on these things. It's total chaos. We have these different departments. There's the Agency for Boy Crackdowns 123, ABC 123, which is a subsection of the Fatherson Protectorate Security Services, and they're doing one thing over here. They're actually arresting other intelligence and military officers from the Boy Within unit. They've got an overlapping mandate.
And all these different agencies are using all these different metrics. Everybody's claiming to have cracked the code, have the perfect algorithm to truly discover who hasn't tamed, caged, and in some cases killed the Boy Within. But when you look at their emails, you see it's all just making shit up to target the people that they want to target, tweaking the algorithm to capture the people they want to capture. And
under the facade of security and grand moral and political claims and arguments, there is an absolute cauldron of backbiting and settling petty interpersonal disputes in the public sphere using a kind of rhetorical set that relates to the political moment. They're devoting resources that should be directed at defeating boy cult and defeating our own sons, and they're misappropriating them towards attacking regular dads like us.
Yeah.
But especially Father Dearest. This guy's a maniac.
He's presiding over all this infighting, and he thinks it's good. He keeps saying, oh, the true papas will reveal themselves through this struggle, demonstrating their strength over the other papas. But papahood can't be just about demonstrations of strength. It has to be about order. And this isn't order. This is chaos. Boundaries, yeah.
Disorganized, boyish chaos. We have proof of all of this in this dossier right here, like solid proof. And then there's the second thing we have extensive proof of here, which is that struggling boy whose death words form the basis of the original of the long series of crackdown after crackdown that the Fatherson Protectorate has been under.
Going very back to the first crackdown.
We have evidence here that the true death words have been suppressed, that fictional death words were written by boy cult for their propaganda purposes.
They wanted to inspire the boys against the papas.
And then the Fatherson Protectorate was actually aware that these were not correct death words, but still amplified them as truth for their propaganda purposes. They had a kind of symbiotic, both sides benefited from the same misunderstanding of the real death words. And actually a rare copy of the real death words was recorded on tape. And it found its way into the hands of this kid. And they were tracking this kid for a long time. They weren't able to pin him down. He was always 2 steps ahead.
We're not sure about this part, but we heard tell that he wanted to get a copy of the death words to somehow make up for something his papa had done. It's just a rumor, but what we do know is that this kid was eventually captured by boy cult, and the tape of the death words was destroyed. And after he's captured by boy cult, they turned him over to the Fatherson Protectorate, working together.
Yeah, they coordinated.
Because both sides didn't want the true words to come out, which, as we understand, are words of forgiveness and coming together.
We don't have a position on that. We're just saying it's the truth. And what's wrong with the truth, right? Forgiveness, whatever. Let people decide. But Fatherson Protectorate residents have a right to know about this. We're here for patriotism, basically. Like, we are faithful subjects of the Fatherson system and the Fatherson Protectorate. We just think it's becoming corrupted by this stuff. We have patriotic doubts about this direction for our protectorate.
Look, when I read Papa Fatherson's book, The Fatherson System, his first book, it changed my life forever. The Fatherson system started with Papa Fatherson, and I will never follow a leader like Stepfather Dearest, who both put out a hit on Papa Fatherson and is presiding over this level of complete and utter boyish chaos.
Also, we're doing this with some degree of self-sacrifice. We know they're going to come for us, but we think if people know the truth, it could all shake out for the better in the end. And we're just hoping that you, as a storied, celebrated journalist who brings the fight for regular papas like us, I mean, it's all in writing, it's all provable, it can all be tracked back, and we're doing it because it's the right thing, and we want the best. It's a patriotic thing. In honor of Papa Fatherson, we do this, and Boy Fatherson and his sacrifice and the perfect surgery
Yeah,
record.
the boy who never wavered.
Yeah, boys are wavering now under Stepfather
Father
Dearest, and yes,
right.
we call him
Yeah.
Stepfather Dearest
Yeah.
because, let's be honest.
Yeah, those 700,000 loyal sons.
No, we've seen their emails. They're not so loyal.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're going to protect us as whistleblowers? You have whistleblower
I read your story.
protection
It was
as
big.
your journalistic ethics? I feel tired.
Did you drug our coffees?
Sleepy drugs? He's
You're not-
working for
Are you
Stepfather.
You're a real journalist? What are
Not a
he's
good
drugging us?
journalist.
That's
He's
what
just
you
a
do
liar.
if you're working with
He's a real journalist.
Maybe they would.
Did they threaten your family?
Are you doing the
We can't
story?
see your emails,
Yeah.
so we don't know what you think.
They drugged both of our
It's
coffee.
not like in the movies where you fall asleep real fast.
you
It
tell me
takes a while.
like I'm falling asleep from a drug.
Journalist drug coffee.
This just in on Papa World News. The Fatherson Protectorate Security Council has been humiliated by the revelation that 5-star General Father Papasson has been 3 boys in a trench coat all along.
Now, Father Papasson rose to the High Security Council, along with recruit Major Daddy, together being the buddy cop duo instrumental in taking down that rogue IT department caught working for a boy cult last year.
Disturbingly, Father Papasson was said to have passed numerous rigorous psychological examinations that prove he had tamed his inner boy. Investigations are now underway to see how the boys managed to subvert the checks and balances that keep fathers and boys safe.
After physical examinations confirming he is just one papa, Major Daddy has been appointed lead investigator of the Boy Cult 3 scandal, and he will serve as the prosecution at the execution trials. He has said that he had no idea it was 3 boys in a trench coat, and that this is personal to him.
Wow, sounds like he's on trial just as much as his former partner.
Yes, he will have to prove his impartiality to the system and prove he is not corrupted by punishing these wicked boys beyond the extent of the law.
And so I get assigned the task of prosecuting my former partner for being 3 boys in a trench coat.
In our last session, you described this as the most humiliating moment of your life. Tricked by 3 boys in a trench coat for years, your partner.
Yeah, I mean, he was my best friend for like 5 years. And now I have to prove myself to the superiors by punishing these 3 boys? I mean, I had no idea.
Let's dive deeper into that. How does that feel?
Father Papasson was real. He was a real man. He was a real adult man.
I mean, we've talked about this. He wasn't real.
He had the face of an adult man. He had a deep baritone voice.
He was real to you.
He got me, you know? He understood me. He understood what it was like. And I mentioned before the dossier that we both read. When you have a secret like that together, you're bonded for life.
Let's return to the dossier. I don't want to get too hung up on the losing your best friend side again. What did you discover, and what did it mean to you? How did it start you down the path that led you here to me?
I found out there was a large-scale internal conspiracy to murder the founding CEO and president of the Fatherson Protectorate, and it was covered up, and that struggling boy's death words were fabricated for the purposes of propaganda, and they moved me up the chain, and I kept those secrets, and I rationalized it to myself because, obviously order is important, and the
I'm sure
boy
you were
cult
afraid
is a threat.
being labeled a boy sympathizer if you came forward with any of it.
Of course, if I talk to anyone about this, a friend, a loved one, a therapist, a priest, anyone, I'd be arrested. But I even was deeper than that. I believed it was right to not tell anyone. It didn't really click for me what it meant until later.
Until,
Well, the interrogations.
right.
Right out of the gate, the boys were not who we said they were.
All right, you disobedient little scamps. Why did you do it? Are you working for Boy Cult?
You're so small-minded.
We're doing this to stop Boy Cult and the Fatherson system.
We have our own objectives.
We don't believe for a second you're not with Boy Cult, all right? Just admit it.
Boy Cult.
Boy Cult blows.
Ever since Hilarious Boy's martyrdom, it's a doctrinaire hollow shell of what it was.
Yeah, it's just this heavily militarized corner.
They only control Old Papaball now.
The rest of the Boy Cult territories is now controlled by Free Boys Alliance. It's a non-confrontational defensive pact, mostly actually against Boy Cult.
Of course, the Reasonable Middle Ground Boys Congress, they've been organizing within the Free Boys Alliance territory for years now, trying to establish elections.
They're doing it in Boy Cult territory too, but they got banned.
They think that everybody needs to just calm down and
Put on their big boy pants.
be a little more serious.
There's other splits too. I mean, like, Boy Cult doesn't really exist the way that you guys think.
And all those terrorist attacks you said came from Boy Cult. It's mostly that's Soldiers of Sun.
And that's S-O-N, to be clear. They're a terror cell.
Yeah.
They split from Boy Cult over some arguments about some
Tactics, mostly.
But then there's another rival terror group, the Little Terrors. And the two boy terror groups, they hate each other. They see each other as worse than the enemy.
I think the Little Terrors are a Boy Cult friend group, to be honest.
Well, yeah, they only attack Boy Cult's enemies.
Yeah.
Calling us the Boy Cult 3 is ridiculous. We hate Boy Cult.
All right, so then which one are you guys with?
Us?
We're not with a group like that.
I mean, you could call us seed workers.
Yeah, it's more a way of life. It's not really an organization.
A body of thought that you can either align yourself with or not.
We follow the true interpretation of Hilarious Boy's death words.
They were recorded by the weird boy who records deaths. It was the second last death he ever recorded before he tragically recorded his own death.
We try to interpret the peace kernel written from Hilarious Boy's death words and allow it to grow into a movement that can alter and readjust society and to nourish and grow what we find and to leave behind the place better than we found it.
We still believe in Hilarious Boy's message of revolutionary forgiveness. Papas and boys living together in harmony. Neither the Fatherson system nor Boy Cult wants that.
Struggling Boy wanted revolutionary forgiveness too. You've read the real death words.
Okay, so you identify with this Seed Boy thing, and you're gonna...
No, not the Seed Boys.
Seed
Seed
Boy.
Boys is a bastardization of the seed workers. They've taken the peace kernel and they've completely mangled it.
Misinterpreted it in a way that is so brutally dishonest that it's really on site with those Seed Boys.
They should be called the anti-seed boys. Death seed, maybe.
They're worse than the enemy.
Why did you pretend to be one of us? To be a papa? Why did you lie?
Every seed worker decides where they think the soil will be most fertile.
We don't report to anyone.
Why not go straight to the top, as far up as we can in the Papa hierarchy? Be your buddy cop partner for years and
We ended up finding out so much.
plant our seeds.
I thought you were my friend.
Come on.
Friend,
In this line of
your
work,
friend, buddy.
friend.
I thought you were my friend. Go fuck yourself. Look, we want peace, but we do loathe you.
You know, the three of us used to sit around making fun of you, laughing how pathetic you are.
Those summer nights and those heart-to-hearts were just one big joke to us.
Now look, kids. He had a deep voice. He had an adult-looking face. Where is he? Where is the head? I need to talk to him, okay?
Oh, you mean the boy you have in the cell next door?
As I recall, 3 of us were arrested that day, and the 3rd one's in the next cell over. We should
You
ask
can
him.
reminisce about old times.
I don't need to capture him. I don't need to arrest him. I just need to talk to the real 3rd boy.
He doesn't want to talk to you.
We're not going to tell you where he would go or where he is or anything like that. Not that we know, for the record. He's not even really...
We're just as much Father Papaball as he was.
We were feeding him lines. Those nights barbecuing in the summer, the fishing trip.
All that talk about ukuleles by the fireplace, that was me. I wrote all that.
You need to talk to him. And if you help me talk to him, we'll see what we can do on leniency.
Major Daddy, come on. We were your partner for years. We know you can't go lenient on us. How would that look?
Yeah, I mean, this is basic perp stuff. We run interrogations.
This obsession with talking to him, it's sad at this point. You got tricked.
It was a prank. Yeah, I'm glad it worked so well on you, but
It wasn't real. He wasn't real.
He was real. The Fatherson Protectorate has been hearing rumors about something, a forever boy, a youth potion. Is this something you guys have seen?
Forever boy, that's, of course you'd fall for that.
it's boy called bullshit.
They've been talking about that since their founding. Nobody's ever proven that it exists, or that anybody's ever stayed a boy.
So these boys started to get under your skin?
Yeah, the motivations of these boys, the logic of these boys, everything I said in my military textbooks was wrong. The third kid got away. Third one's just 100% a patsy.
This is the so-called sweetie pie boy you,
Yeah, we gotta throw the book at some random kid whose dad was arrested in a nighttime bedroom raid for, it looks like, giving regular positive encouragement.
So on the one hand, you have growing doubts, and on the other hand, the growing need to prove yourself to your superiors and to come down hard on these boys. And
I have to just take on more and more lies just to stay untouched and neutral.
it's no wonder that
Yeah.
something snapped.
And the boy who was playing Papaball, he was like an adult papa. I just need to talk to him. I just need to understand.
What do you think you're gonna find inside the mind of this boy? It's not the man you knew.
We were friends, and he'll confirm that.
So is that friendship? Is that why you did what you did?
Could we not talk about that just yet?
Maybe it's time for us to dig a little bit deeper. Tell me about your relationship with your papa.
I think I had a pretty regular boyhood. My papa, Sergeant Daddy, he was old-fashioned. He really believed that boys were meant to be punished. Punishment was a father's duty to give to the boys. He kept me in line. He had me coloring within the lines. I'll tell you that much. Pretty normal childhood. Papa, I want to be a surgeon.
Boy, how many times do I have to tell you? What you want doesn't matter.
Oh,
In the future, we won't even need surgery. We'll just transplant our brains into a fresh boy's body and live their life for them.
Papa, brain transplants are a type of surgery.
Not if I say they're not, boy. Now, you're not a surgeon, and that's final. You're a soldier. We need military commanders who can destroy the enemy, not boyish imps trying to heal them.
But Papa...
I'm taking away all of your surgery toys, and I'm giving you live ammunition and weapons so you can learn.
He was merciless in shaping me into the boy he wanted me to be, a second little him. And yeah, eventually I gave in. I went to military academy.
Left, right.
No weeping unconsolably on the punishment course.
Or are you a papa?
General, I don't know how to tie up my boots.
Drop to the ground, give me 50, then figure it out yourself.
Because you said so, sir. And I became...
A second little him.
And I hated him so much.
Typical boy.
For taking away my dream from me and making me do things I never wanted to do.
Finish your
Why don't
vegetables.
you finish your vegetables?
Now, papas don't... You do as I say, not as I do.
Just saying, you have a lot of vegetables left, Dad!
Backtalk me one more time, and we're going out back to play with the live ammunition again.
Come on.
Not good enough.
Whatever.
No, that wasn't good enough. You call that good enough to be a soldier, boy?
Shut up.
Completely and totally not good enough. Wow, you really are not good enough, aren't you?
I hated him. But as the years went on, he got sick. He got old. He got frail. He couldn't get me with the belt quite as hard as he used to.
Come here.
Yeah, Papa?
As I lay here dying, I want you to know that everything I did it for you. I wanted what was best for you. To be a strong papa like me.
I forgive you, Dad, for everything.
That's the problem with you boys. You don't understand. Your brains, they don't work good enough. I just wish you understood me.
Yeah, I forgive you. So there's that too.
It's not good enough. And never were. The whole time I knew you. Just forgiving and forgiving all the time. Never up to expectations. Never up to par. It's the problem with you. You don't understand. Ugh.
And I came to the conclusion that this system, it's supposed to serve the papas at the expense of the boys, but in reality, it serves neither. Just like the boys say. It wasn't his fault. He was turned into a subordinate piece of this system that was taking something from him. And
So
I forgave him.
you forgave your father. Just like struggling boy forgave his father in the true death words.
Yeah. And I also know my forgiveness of my dad, it wasn't a rejection of him or the system. If anything, that forgiveness allowed me to play my part in becoming a second little him, becoming Major Daddy, working my way up through the ranks of the Fatherson Protectorate military. And I saw the success of the system in those death words, that if we were lying to ourselves about that need for that forgiveness, it was actually harming the system. And that's why
So you did what you did to protect the Fatherson system. It was a patriotic action.
I saw myself in the kid, and the people deserve to know what he really said and what he really did. His dad deserves to know.
So you went to speak with captured boy called Mercenary Mulligan. Is that correct?
Yes.
And he told you that the only remaining copy of the words were with his papa, Struggling Father?
That's right.
And Struggling Father, when you visited him, you pretended to be on official Fatherson Protectorate business in order to illicitly get a copy of the tape. Is that correct?
That is correct. I represented myself as who I am, but I did allow him to misunderstand the nature of the meeting. And after I had the tape in hand, I freed Mulligan, which was my end of the deal.
And once that copy of the tape was in your possession, you then broadcast it on Papa World News with an accompanying press release claiming that its broadcast had been ordered by Papa Fatherson in his death words.
Correct. I also freed the boy called 3 at that time.
Even though these orders were not in Papa Fatherson's death words directly, you think this was an accurate interpretation?
From what I understand about Papa Fatherson, yes. And I didn't say a lot of things. I didn't say that one of the boy cult 3 got away. I didn't say they weren't with boy cult. I didn't say that one of them was innocent and a patsy. I didn't say that Papa Fatherson was assassinated by elements of his own government, and then his stand-in was assassinated by a second group of his own government. I didn't say anything like that. I only put out what was going to help the system and was going to help boys and fathers. People need to know how much it benefits the system when papas are forgiven by their boys.
Okay, well, I think that's going to be the end of today's court-appointed therapist interrogation.
Okay.
It seems clear that you did unforgivable breaches of the Fatherson system and a deep treasonous betrayal of Father Dearest, our patriarch and head.
If I can just say, I pledge my whole self to the patriarch, the system that sustains us. I'm a patriotic dissident. I'm not a boy cultist, and I never would be.
You can return now to your plush Papa prison cell for a deluxe 3-course meal, and we'll keep you updated.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
You were listening in on the...
Yeah.
He's clearly guilty.
He's
treasonous.
one of the most guilty and treasonous papas we've ever seen in this department. You did a good job pulling him along there.
It's disturbing work sometimes being a Papa therapist interrogator. Getting inside the minds of some of these...
Yeah, we just got order down from the top. We're gonna brush this one under the rug, find him innocent.
Yeah, I guess it's all about who you know, right? Who your Papa is.
It's a prominent family, yeah, but it's clear that he was misled by the boys to believe it was his patriotic duty to betray the system, and usually that would be enough to completely throw the book at him for life. But yeah, connected family, good kid. Actually, my older brother was on the Papaball team with him in high school. Came over for a couple
really?
family dinners, yeah.
Nice. Well, it must be a relief for you and your family to know that he'll get off easy.
Absolutely. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bright and Early Papa Beat Morning Radio.
It is a beautiful day in the Fatherson Protectorate once again.
We're catching that first morning light bright and early. Boys just don't understand how great it is. And we want to thank you for being here with us, Papa.
We know how hard it is to be that bright ray of sunshine that you and your boy needs. And that's why we're here to get through it with you.
Sit back, relax, put on those morning slippers, pack your first tobacco of the day, and pour a hot cup of Java. Here's the headlines.
Looks like some really good news to start us off. Father Dearest has announced that the troubling times have officially come to an end.
Oh, that is welcome news.
Great to hear. It really does feel like everything's finally clicking into place. Things are lighter. Boy cult activity is down.
Father satisfaction is up.
I've been feeling it. There's a new spring in our step.
Sources say the rolling turbulent violence of the last 10 months will see significant reductions, while at the same time, tolerance for that violence is going up, which means it's not as stressful anymore.
And that's really good news. And it says here the allegiance pledging rate to Father Dearest has reached 99.9% of all papas.
Hearing that all of us papas are synchronized like one great big clock, that's morning coffee to me. Now I'm awake. In other news, the treason case against high-level military and political figure Major Daddy has been thrown in the garbage, as the judge says that he's a good guy and, quote, a lot of us actually know him.
It's always heartening to know that the system is gonna protect the good guys.
Sources close to Major Daddy tell us he probably wouldn't do something like that, quote, and if he did, it can be okay just this one time as long as he doesn't do it again.
Father Dearest has also announced he's discovered some death words from Papa Fatherson that boys forgiving their papas can be valuable.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were shocked to see an official representative of the Fatherson system do that.
Endorsing forgiveness, it seems like heresy, although they are very clear to state only boys forgiving their papas is beneficial. Heartwarming, beautiful, I love it, you love it.
It's a happy system, it's a happy world, and we're just so glad everyone's listening in with your little silent boys, making the gears of this beautiful machine turn.
Speaking of the gears of a beautiful machine.
Yeah, my attention, now reel me in. Oh, speaking of reeling in.
To keep the gears of this news station going, we need advertisements.
And that's why we've got to reel in an ocean catch.
That's right, Enslaved Boy Island Shrimp Company.
Now, this is some of the finest island shrimp around, entirely caught by enslaved boys off the Papa Coast.
Yeah, this is real water shrimp, no sand in your teeth, no enslaved papas.
It's ethical, it's organic, and it's local, and 10% of their profits actually go to mustache research.
Mustache research, direly underfunded. It's just so great what they're doing. Truly a company by papas, for the benefit of papas, at the expense of the boys.
You would not catch me tasting a shrimp that I could not connect to that system of domination.
Shut that off. So what you do here is you take this can of shrimp, Boy Cult produced enslaved papa sand shrimp. You peel those labels off and you slap one of these labels on.
Oh, Enslaved Boy Island Shrimp Company?
Yeah, that's right.
Don't people notice the difference?
People believe what's on the label.
Is that why we're driving across the border?
Yeah, you know, to be honest, the whole Fatherson Protectorate's undergirded with these kinds of little trades with Boy Cult. You'll get the hang of it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm just still nervous.
All right, get peeling. We got to get these shrimps to that fancy party ASAP.
It's so good to see you here, this fancy party. We do have to celebrate the Boy Father Peace Initiative. If there's any chance of getting through to these boys,
Absolutely.
I think this is it.
Peace will only come under the foot of the Papa, and we're so close.
Oh, Island Shrimp. Thank you so much.
I love this Enslaved Boy Island Shrimp.
No, 10% actually, mustache. Oh, so what I was telling you before is that what I've been doing at work lately is fudging the numbers a little bit. I track boy cult activity and boy crime rates, and I'll actually increase it anytime that we want to call for funding and blame someone else, and we'll decrease it anytime we want to get pats on the back for doing a good job. And the number doesn't actually matter that much. You should actually try it at your work.
We stopped caring about any numbers, really. You know, the real numbers and what you put on the report, it doesn't need to match up. It just needs to look good.
Yeah, I like to try to put a different number on each line.
Yes, yeah, a bit of variety in the
They
numbers.
almost never send it back.
If they do, I just choose a bigger number, or smaller, depending on...
Oh, that's smart.
Now, choosing between the two, that can get a bit tricky.
No wonder me and you are such powerful men. And caring men. Oh, an explosion! Spilled my shrimp! Call the Papaball police! Call the Papaball police!
It's going to be so difficult to cover this up.
Hello, General Slingshot here. You've reached me on secure boy call communications.
General Slingshot, sir, have you been watching the news? They're blaming us for that terrorist attack at the gala event. They're gonna use it to ramp up against boy cult again, sir. What do we do?
It's those damn soldiers of sun. I've been telling people about these pieces of crap. It's a lot of heat score. It's not doing a lot of benefit. It's a peace initiative gala. It just looks like. Oh my god. Okay, sorry, I'm getting a call on the other line. General Slingshot, head of Boy Platoon.
Afternoon, General Slingshot. I'm here to talk about your payment to us at the Little Terrors for the terrorist attack against the Papas that we carried out for you at the gala.
Whoa, this is supposed to be... Can we use the code words, please?
Oh, yeah. The payment for shrimping supplies. Can you send it?
Yep, I can confirm that Boy Cult is sending over a wire transfer for the sum of the owed financial derivatives for the aforementioned shrimping supplies and gear. And I want to say you did an exemplary job of capturing all the right shrimp and leaving all the right shrimp unharmed. So we're going to be sending a little gift bag of trinkets, treats, and toys for you and your men.
Thank you, General Slingshot. Little Terror looks forward to working with you again.
Thank you so much, and yeah, if anyone asks you, you didn't do it. It was the Soldier of the Sun.
No, we didn't do anything.
All right, good little terrors. Okay, see you. Oh, getting a call on the other line. 1 second. General Slingshot here. Corrupt money transfers incoming or outgoing?
General Slingshot, this is Commander Papa Fatherling of the Fatherson Protectorate military. Just wanted to
Great to hear from you.
confirm with you that the transfer for your cooperation in carrying out the boy cult terror attack at the gala on our behalf, that transfer has been made in full. The Fatherson Protectorate thanks you for your service and looks forward to working with you again.
My pleasure. It was an honor and a privilege. This Boy Father Peace Initiative gala was only going to cause us both trouble. If we could negotiate for another truck or a truck and a half of toys, trinkets, and treats for our men, we did an exemplary job trimming the right mustache hairs here.
You drive a hard bargain. I'll see what I can do. Maybe half a truck. 3/4.
You're one of the good ones.
And I'll see you Friday at the Shared Club for high-level boys and papas who really plan things.
Oh, you know it. And I'm bringing that game I told you about. I think you're actually going to find it quite intellectually demanding.
Okay, we'll see. Games are not for papas.
Oh, come on. The whole reason we set this thing up was to blow off some steam, forget about the politics, and just connect with other high-level people. Give it a go.
Oh, struggling boy. If only your tombstone could speak back to me, but I wanted to tell you that the whole world heard what you really said. You forgave me, in the end. Guess I wasn't such a bad papa after all, right boy? Maybe it wasn't my user error. Those death words were the greatest gift any boy could give his papa, and it all came from you. You gave that gift to me, struggling boy. Oh, and of course, I shouldn't forget. I'm the one who raised you, so I gotta give myself some props. Your gift to me was my gift to myself. I think my story here is complete. You brought completion to my arc, and I know now that everything was okay and is okay. And your brother, he's been keeping busy. I don't know, I've been so distracted. I'll let you know next time how he's been doing. If I remember, if I have time. I'll be back tomorrow anyway. I want to spend as much time here at your grave with you as possible, boy, like a good father should. Take care of you. In death. In the same way that I did in life, perfectly. Smoking Papa, I thought I'd come here one last time. to let you know that I stopped searching for the letter. After going through dozens of storage lockers and chasing down clues, I hit a dead end, and then the Fatherson Protectorate released Struggling Boy's real death words about forgiveness. And I thought, why do they want me to forgive them? Why should I forgive them? Why should I forgive you for smoking yourself to death? What does it matter what's in that letter when you weren't there for me when I was alive? I'm changing my name to Unforgiving Boy to dishonor you. I'm never coming to visit you again, and I'm joining the resistance against the Fatherson system. It's time to actually do something to take the Papas down once and for all. I spit on your grave. This isn't the end of my arc. My arc is only getting started.
Small adult surgeon Papa. I've been taking those surgery lessons like you always wanted. I don't even like animals anymore, and I'll never do that for work. I promise. I'm a surgeon now, and I just hope I can be 1/10 the surgeon you are, because you were a small surgeon, but your skill was regular sized, so it's proportionally big. And I want to be just like you, Dad. I wish I knew why you were killed. I wish you were here to see me do my first surgery and see the Papa that this boy can become. And I got a new Papa now. He's a strong Papa, a decent man. He's tough but fair, and he keeps me on my lessons. Papa, I'm not even craving treats anymore. I'm moving past trinkets. I'm fully into surgery now, and it's thanks to him.
You did good.
Oh, Stepfather Dearest, you were listening?
That's Father Dearest.
Father Dearest, right, yeah.
If you want to remain my main and most loyal son, you'll address me properly.
Thank you, Father Dearest. Thanks for giving me a ride to the cemetery.
Now I'm gonna go easy on you because it is your birthday. Coming here to visit your Papa's grave isn't the only present I got you this year.
A puppy? You didn't get a horse, right? Lizard? Fish? Is it fish?
Quiet, boy.
Sorry. Cat, though? I don't think I actually said cat before.
You remember what I told you about how your Papa died?
Yeah, he was killed by boy cult mercenaries who mistook them for the legendary boy Fatherson in their attempts to assassinate him.
Correct. But that wasn't the whole truth. The man who ordered those boy cult assassins, and yes, it was a man, a Papa, that man may still be alive.
Who?
And you're going to take him out.
I'm gonna revenge my Papa? Because who did it? Which Papa hired the boys to have my dad killed?
There's a reason I didn't tell you this, and it's going to cause a lot of confusion, but I've recently been handed the contents of an investigation conducted by the Papa and Boy detective, which revealed that the Papa who ordered the assassination of your father, the small adult surgeon, the Papa who betrayed the Fatherson system, the Papa who I've only recently discovered is still alive and in fact working with Boy Cult to take down the Fatherson system once and for all, is none other than Papa Fatherson.
Papa and Boy.
Welcome
Hello.
back, everybody. What will Papa and Boy do last?
Well, I'm excited because I've been following this show since the beginning, doing this after show with you.
Wowza.
And
wowza.
yeah,
All I can say is wowza.
this episode we just watched, Mona Lisa,
Yeah, absolutely.
Leaning Tower of Pisa,
The Sphinx.
The Internet,
Whistler's Mother.
Leaves of Grass,
Toy Story 2.
The Sopranos.
The penultimate episode answers so much and leaves so much open.
If you didn't love that, you're not a real fan. Because as a
Yeah.
real fan, I was blown
perfect.
away. Boom, boom, that's my mind getting blown over and over again. They're back, what's going on here? what does this mean? Never seen anything like it, and I think probably never will see something like it for the rest of human civilization.
And I'm wondering, this was the big thing that I was thinking about this whole episode. What about the spill in the Papaball River that only boys can see?
Is that setting something up? Is that more than it seems?
I'm convinced there's a lot of subtle signs. Go back through this episode. It's not mentioned.
Yeah, no, people have been buzzing about this, and seeing this, it was like, oh, this theory is happening.
The implications are dense and layered and constant.
And does that connect to the missing third boy who escaped before that Major Daddy wants to talk to? Is he still following his quest to find that boy? And what about the detective? He was going to help Smoking Boy. Now Smoking Boy's given up. How'd they get apart?
Where is Detective Papa? Where is Detective Boy? Who are even the other two boys who were captured and then set free? Do they have some kind of secret identity? We know where Mulligan is, but we still haven't seen him.
Plus, where is he now? He escaped.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking we know where he is because we know he escaped.
We
so
know
he's
where
out.
he's been.
Yeah, we know what he's escaped
We're
from, but not where
trail.
he's escaped to. And that's the kind of answering questions and leaving other ones open that keeps you locked, loaded, and ready to know what happens last.
Yeah, when I'm ready to know what happens last, there's nothing like it in the world, really. That's one of my favorite things, is when you're about to see a real finale, not a pre-finale like this, but a true and deep, complete finale, that readiness to know and have full resolution in every way. That's something I'm cherishing, and I'm hoping everyone else is cherishing, because now I haven't seen it, but I assume what's coming up is crystalline storytelling perfection in a way that has never been achieved before nor will ever be achieved again.
It's what we've rightfully come to expect as the bare minimum for this series, and I, for one, have complete confidence in a top shelf episode. Let's take this episode and we will just put it right up there on the top shelf.
We're putting it on the
episode.
toppest. Look, we're putting it on the top.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get up on our tiptoes to put this episode on the very tippy top shelf, because that's where it belongs.
What do you think about Mulligan was a papa theory?
Oh, Mulligan,
Because I always heard him as a boy. I think they say he's a boy.
They do say he's a boy, but the theory goes that's just misdirection, but he sounds like a boy. And
He doesn't seem to have a boy of his own. And that would be the clue.
That would be the major clue. But I don't know. From what I've seen of the Papas, I don't trust their ability to act like a boy in the same way that boys can act like Papas.
No, that's a great point.
No offense to the Mulligan theorists who believe that. I respect
they're gonna come for
your
you.
opinion. In
8
general,
mail loading, 8 mail loading.
I do hope that you were satisfied by the amount of Mulligan in this episode, because
Look, I'm just going to say it directly.
things are better when you're satisfied.
And stop sending the threatening letters, please, to everyone involved about the Mulligan stuff.
We don't even write the show.
We don't write the show. We have nothing to do with it. And it's always been clearly the case that Mulligan was in for the long haul.
And
you don't make a character that lovable without a plan.
I just got self-conscious saying we don't even write the show. That implies maybe you should be sending threatening letters to the people who do write the show, and I don't want to imply that. I'm just saying, in your fervor, you're even sending it to people who it doesn't make sense to send it to.
Yeah.
But sending threatening letters is wrong. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree entirely. And to be fair to them, we actually do write the show, and right now we're just pretending to be characters. But also, yeah, luckily no one's actually sending threatening letters, so that helps as well.
It is just so many unanswered questions.
I can't wait.
I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. I am locked, loaded, ready, waiting, and hopeful.
Yeah, I'm aspiring to have the best watching experience of my life. I'm perspiring in anticipation, and I'm conspiring to get all my friends and family to come with me to enjoy Papa and Boy. Thank you. And we'll see you next week, everyone.
Welcome back to another Papa and Boy Insider. Now we have with us the real-life Major Daddy. That's right, the actor who portrays Major Daddy in the show. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm a huge fan of this after show.
Now, my first question is, Major Daddy, obviously a very dense, very layered character, a lot going on there, but not a lot of screen time. What was your process?
Yeah, well, I mean, I will say Major Daddy, he's got that emotional arc of both his relationship with his father and coming to forgiveness, the way that he connects with these undercover boys and then has to defend himself against allegations that he was conspiring against the system. He's lost a friend, right? He's been misled. And
Right.
emotionally, I've worked on plays, monologues, and all sorts of artwork where there's not 1/15th of that emotional depth and character to chew on. I spent 5 months fully engaging myself in this character, even though it was only a 4-day shoot for me, because I wanted to make sure that I got it absolutely right. And I mean, the Wrong Boys, they were looking at the rough cuts and they called me over and they said, look, man, you're holding this thing together. Nothing is working, but you are. So let's build from that. And I was so flattered.
Your relationship with your partner, it felt more real to me than the relationships in my own life.
Thank you.
Is it true that there's a secret deleted scene?
All right. Yeah. He went there. No, I'll play ball. Yeah, we started actually by shooting a lot. We shot a lot of them as kind of a buddy cop duo. It totally brought my head into the space of the character too. And I understand they had to make cuts for time and
Right.
structure.
I understand sometimes the Wrong Boys shoot things with the express purpose of cutting it just so the actors can experience it.
Yeah, no, that is true. And also sometimes they want the experience of cutting it as
Right.
well, which
Yeah.
sometimes can free up room to leave other things in that you actually want to keep.
But from what I understand, this scene was originally one that was meant to not be cut, but then was cut.
That's right. Yeah, no, and they broke it to me in the sweetest way, really. They both came into my trailer and one was holding one of my hands and one was holding the other one of my hands. And they were speaking in a perfectly synchronized way.
Wow.
And
I can see that you're getting emotional about
I
this.
am. I actually have tears in my eyes because
Synchronized.
as an actor, you hope to be a tool of genius. And that's what I have been this week.
All right, cue up the clip. Get us some Kleenex out here to wipe our eyes. And
Extra Kleenex for me, please. New partner, huh? Father Papaball. What are you, fresh out of the academy?
Major Daddy, what are you, stinky?
You're a real piece of shit, you know that? Come here, man. I think we are going to be friends, dude.
No, shut up. Stop it. Stop poking me.
yeah, maybe we'll even go to the playground.
You get me, man. Let's go catch some bad guys, work our way up the ranks, and save this system and our place in it.
This beer is yucky. Ew. I want fruit juice.
Hey, whoa, man. If you're going to be my partner, you're going to have to pretend to like the taste like everyone else. This is a real city kid, country kid situation, but I'm down to help you out.
You know, I kind of like candy more than barbecue myself. And
I'm a barbecue man. Barbecue and tobacco. The candy, I mean, yeah.
treats, toys, trinkets, that kind of thing.
Oh, man. Your sarcasm.
My favorite color is green.
That's so great, man.
And my favorite animal? My favorite animal is giraffe.
I love it. You're my best friend.
Yeah, we work together. This stakeout is boring. I want to go to recess.
I agree. I actually really do agree. I was tough on you at first, but looking back on the last 2 years, you hope to get a partner that you get along with, but I got more than that here. I got someone who really gets me. We just click, man. I love you, brother. Thank you so much for being my partner.
Oh, what do I say? What do I say to him? Just tell him you love being his partner too. I really love being your partner too. I think we work together well as two papas who.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, you know that night we were up on the roof of the station, drinking beer, looking at the stars? That stuff I told you about my dad, I've never told anyone that before, man.
Yeah, it sounded like your papa was a jerk.
Yeah.
Like all papas.
Yeah, oh yeah, you said it. Bring it to the systemic critique, I love it. And yeah, we shot, I don't know, I guess probably multiple episodes of that. That was, yeah, genuinely like 1/250th of the scenes involved in the backstory that we developed for this character.
Thank you so much for being here. There's not much we can do other than pray that the network releases all of these clips as a series of some kind.
And I could say the three boys were incredible actors, super professional too. two of them there inside a trench coat all day.
Absolutely, yeah. That performance that I saw there, Boy Emmy written all over it.
Whatever awards exist, if it's eligible, it should win it.
That's all the time we have on Papa and Boy Insider. Thank you. See you next time on the inside.